Let's just all right. We are live. Sorry, guys, we came a little bit late. We had some, setup issues, but finally we made it, and it's of course good to have you to spend some time with you as we continue with the conversations that we've been having. I remind you that this is our show journey, but let me not do someone's job, okay? Today, today we have our host, Today we have our host, and we've been having conversations with ourselves, but hopefully,
Yes.
tupeleke na marada. Take us to the rada.
All right. Okay. Let me take you with Rada. Today, I'm so excited to be part of this. I've been a backbench follower, just following the stories and hearing how God is doing amazing things in this couple. Today, here, the Omondis. And man, welcome to this show today, the journey with the Omondis. I hope that you are set, because even today, as I tell you the truth, you are going to hear stories and just hear the things that God has done in this journey. And it's a journey of ups and downs. I guess they will be sharing that here. And today we are talking about a special place, the point of convergence mission. How excited I am to just hear what that means. The last thing I heard about convergence is in physics, and I got scared. So I hope
Usianze kuleta na physics hapa. So let's start scaring us off.
Anyway, so let's use this example. After the water was spread with Musa, anyway.
Are you trying to say when Moses separated the waters?
Exactly, the Red Sea. So when they came back, they converged.
That is converged.
That is converged.
The waters.
That's a good example.
So
the waters coming back, they connect is basically converged.
Yes. Anyway, guys, welcome so much. Just to catch up with from last week. Last week you were sharing about discovering the mission in each other's life, and today we are just going to see how, after discovering Mutsuomo's mission and his purpose, how did you two, and you discovering Omondi's mission, how did you now match that?
I think someone is calling us.
Maybe you could be sharing a little bit. How did you make that work?
Okay. Maybe we should start by just telling our new viewers. Maybe we have some new viewers. This is Jenny with the Omondis, and it happens every other Monday. And I'm with Mosh. Yes, and we are at home. Just got a visitor, so someone is attending to a visitor, and he'll be coming back. I'm excited today to have a host. It's been so boring just being the two of us. It's not like we bought each other or I'm a sister of something, but it's good to have someone else.
Yeah.
To just come in and bring something, some taste, So today I think we're talking about the point of convergence.
Point of convergence.
Yes. So you talk about waters converging during the time of Moses.
Yes.
And the children of Israel. We are talking about our missions converged. Just to take us back, the last two episodes we started talking about mission, and right now we are talking. Last week we talked about how we discovered each other's mission.
Yes.
Welcome back to the one.
Yeah.
Maybe you can introduce himself and then we will continue.
My name is Omondi. Yes, Eric Omondi is my official name. This is a show, I think maybe Mary has mentioned this. This is just a show where we get to tell our story. which we call God's story. And the purpose is basically to help you connect with the story. People live thinking they don't have a story, but this is to help you connect with your life, the journey that God has given to your life, and begin to see God in that story. And begin to ask yourself, how can this story be a blessing to someone else? So this is ministry, really. Yeah.
So maybe just to mention, I know you are so used to using the laptop as your camera, but maybe just to remind you today, that is the camera, that is where the people will be viewing you. So if you want people to see your faces, please. Yes, please. Thank you. So this is a new setup, as you can see, and I love the way it looks. So point of convergence, maybe just starting to explain what does that really mean in marriage or in people coming together in marriage. What does it mean, the point of convergence?
Point of convergence. I think just like you've explained it, but before I even talk about point of convergence, which is this, I don't know whether you reminded people that they can share their comments Facebook.
Totally.
As you join us on Facebook, we are glad. Of course, this is day one. But this is probation. If he does a good job, we pay him and give him a contract. If he doesn't, he has no contract. But I remind you to please share with us your comments on Facebook. If you're joining us on Facebook, tell us where you're joining from. Okay. And if you hear us saying something that you connect with, and you want to just drop in your story in a statement or something, please share with us your comment or right there. But then you can also join us on today. We are also on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, Omondis, and you can join the conversations there. But remember to subscribe if you've never subscribed to our channel, and give us likes and click the bell so that you can be getting notifications. Yeah. So Max will be doing that next time. Okay.
Yes.
So point of convergence. Point of convergence, as I had Mukali saying as I was coming back. We'll be talking about mission and just telling a story of how we have gotten to know each other's mission, our own mission at the first place, and how we've been able to discover each other's mission as we relate to each other right from dating. And today we want to talk about point of convergence. And the conversation we're going to have are really about, so where did we fail as meeting, becoming one in terms of mission? That basically is the conversation we're going to have today. At what point or in what space did we feel like, we are connected? You might be having this mission, I have this mission as an individual, but we feel that this is the point where our two individual missions are meeting, and that the Bible says, man shall leave his mother and father and live to cleave to the wife, and the two shall become one. So we're going to talk about at what point do we feel like we are becoming one in terms of our resources.
When you speak about it, I think most of us, especially the people who are getting into marriage, usually think that the only thing that requires unity in marriage is something like maybe just coming together and raising children and doing things like that. But hearing you talk about mission so passionately, and how it's also important to unite them, I think that's a new thing, and I'm just excited. I'm just excited to know how that came to be unified and how that changed the dynamics of your marriage as a couple. So, Mwit, do you have anything to say about maybe just what Omondis has said?
I think for me, from the word go, from the thing that I said yes, one of the things that maybe made, not maybe, but one of the things that made me say yes, because I felt like we're meeting somewhere in our mission. And so I'd say from the word go, from the time that this relationship started, I was sure that this is what I want. And one of the things that really convinced me is the fact that I was feeling like our missions were meeting somewhere.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So please just take us through the journey. Just take us through the journey and tell us. So how did it come? How did it come about? You say that you realize that your points were converging somewhere, but again, I mean, I've heard about your stories.
Did you say our points were converging somewhere? Did you mean to say
Our your missions were converging somewhere. So I'm just wondering, thinking about this is a children's ministry, and this is someone who is passionate about the young adults. How do you come to even notice that they are converging in the first place?
I think for me, it's still one of the things that stands out in both of our mission statements is the word purpose and Christ-centeredness. So those are things that stood out for me, because one of the things that Eric is so passionate about is just purpose. He just talks about purpose. And that is something I'm also very passionate about. So I'd say that's how I felt that the visions were converging. Yeah.
Awesome. Omoni, do you have anything to add on justice?
Yeah, I think going back to just our conversations around mission, we talk about mission many times. And I want to believe that first and foremost, that is why we considered this an important segment of us telling our time to this ministry show. So when we were connecting and getting to know, where each one of us would like to be in the next 10 years, what are the areas of interest, passion for each one of us, and being in ministry together also allowed us to spend a lot of time and talk about these things a lot of time. But like Mukali has just said, I think for me it's two things. Just like she has said, purpose and mission have stood out for both of us as we talk about the things that make us want to see tomorrow. Okay? Because for her, growing up, I think she's mentioned this before, growing up desiring to be different from everyone that she saw around her, desiring to have a very special relationship with God, to help her see and find what more there is to life than what she has seen people around her just running after. Okay, that drew her to a sense of purpose, and realizing that hey, I would like to know that. I would like to know why exactly that food is there, and this has led her to a space where now she wants to help people around her and all that. On my end, I count myself very blessed because I think I discovered why I got gives anywhere very, very early. I did not have to try so many things. I've had people sharing stories of how they had to try a lot of things for them to finally settle on the thing that they feel. This is why I've existed for all this time. I wish I knew and all that. So I do not have those kinds of regrets, and I bless the Lord for that. Really, for being gracious to me. And for that reason, I've realized that there is nothing as good as, and I think an author says that the best day of someone's life is the day they discover why.
Why they live. I've heard that.
And I think I live a better life today, not because I have so much. I still have so much that I wish I had. I'm just human. I'm just a man. So I still look at my life and I have so many wishes, of course. But at the end of the day, I go to my bed and sleep very happy and feel very fulfilled. Why? Because there's a day I discovered why I exist. Okay? And by God's grace, I have come to a space where I want to help people have the kind of life that I have, to feel what I feel when I go to sleep in the evening. Okay? And that's why now purpose and mission also become very dear to me. And that is how now we have connected our different missions as individuals. Okay, and that becomes our point of becoming one with regard to why God made us the Omondis.
All right. All right. Awesome. Awesome. I'm just, two questions are coming to my head, and I'm just surprised and amazed. I mean, when did you notice the presence of God in your mission converging, or did you feel like this was something that God had already planned, that you guys would find a place of convergence, or is it someone just a journey that someone comes and meets another lady, and then all right, in the middle of it you notice ni kama kulikuwa na mission penye zitakutania. So did you feel like it was something that was planned and orchestrated by God?
Okay, I think for me, yes. Because in my journey of discovering my purpose, God was present, God was at the center, and I believe He's the one who helped me to discover my purpose. And I think one of the things that I feared the most before getting married was to get married to someone who's just there. For lack of a better word.
To you or to
someone who's just there,
I was just there. I was just next to her.
And that is why one of the things that I was looking for
Too far.
in a man was someone who has a vision, And when I say that, I don't just mean someone who has just has any vision. But for example, if I met someone who has a vision, maybe of maybe starting maybe what example can I give? Someone that is not okay, someone who is just okay, he has a vision, but it's too, as in the vision is far away from what I believe in, from what I feel that it's my purpose and all that. Not really my purpose, but I really looked for someone who I really was looking for someone who had a godly vision, who had a vision that will move me. It's not just watu wako na vision za kutengeneza pesa, starting big companies and making big monies and all that. But that is not the vision. That is not the kind of vision that I was looking for. And I believe it's just what I believe is because of what God had done in me and had grown out of the place of I want money, I want good life, and all that. But I want to look for something more. I'm made for more. I want to look for something more. I don't want to just live for bringing up children, as in a trade and making money and all that. Yes, I want to live I want to live at a level of bringing up children and living a good life here. But that was not my motivation. It's not my motivation. So I believe that God having shaped in me those desires and given me a mission then out of that, then I also believe that He was doing the same in my husband's life. And gladly and bless the Lord, when I met him, God was working in him, and He had also given him that desire. And I believe He had given him that mission. He had helped him to understand his purpose and mission. Yeah.
So, first, nasikia tunashangaa, there are guys like us there who are just there. I'm not saying I'm just there, but I hope we are not challenged that we need to work so much, or does it mean we have no hope? Anyway, just to remind you, if you are joining us right now, this is the Journey with the Omondis, and today we are focusing all our conversations on the point of convergence in marriage. And another thing that comes into my head is just, did this happen during the wedding, or did it happen after the wedding, or is it something that happened during the courtship that you learned how to merge your mission into one thing?
Wow. the question of when did it happen. I think it is something, I would say it is something that could possibly have a trigger or a start, but it continues. Yeah, I don't think it ends. And the continuation here is mostly with regard to now the practice for us. That's how it has been. I can't really remember when exactly, by the way, did we finally realize that, okay, this is quite a point of convergence, but it has been a process. It has taken time. Was it just after our wedding, I think?
I remember actually.
Someone remembers.
Yes.
Okay, please share the story.
I can't forget that evening. When we just got married. Okay, before we got married, we each one of us had their own mission statement. We had them. Because I would like to thank God for just for exposing us in many forums whereby we had to discover our mission and purpose and put it in writing. You know, sometimes you can know what you live out for, but it's not in writing. It's not something that you are not intentional about it. But I thank God for just giving us the opportunity that we were intentional about it. So when you got married, one of the first things that we did was to just sit down. Actually, no, I think in our second month, because the first month, it's gonna be too long. So in our second month, I remember one evening we came from work, working the time office, we came from work, and then after supper, Eric just decided, I'd like us to write down our mission. I would like us
For the first
I like us to sit down and yes, we find yeah, he said I like us to just sit down and put our missions together and come up with a family mission. And it was exciting.
Wow.
And so we started writing. I wrote the mission, he wrote his mission, he wrote it gives and it gives I wrote my gift, and then now we started coming up with a mission, and that is the time now. We realized some of the things. Okay, that was one of the times that we realized that yes, he's passionate about this, I'm passionate about this, and lovely in Caribbean. So I remember him asking me very well, so what are some of the things that we can pick from here that describe both of us? Because that is what will help us write our mission statement.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I remember very well.
But really, I think she's captured it very well, because that really is the process of crafting a joint for a family, so a family mission of purpose. Yeah.
Awesome. I mean, I listened to you, and I'm just wondering. Let's say, for example, now Isaac Mwanze is tuned in the comments, and he's saying, "Tell me more." There's an emoji there just saying, "Tell me more." And please just be tuned in. You're going to receive so much more. Every time I listen to your stories, I keep on finding new things about how the things that I thought I knew, they are so vast. I'm wondering, have you guys just lived for this few years together? But anyway, you'll tell that to us later. So is there any hope for people? Let's say someone had not actually thought about uniting in mission or converging in mission in the first place, and now they're in marriage, up and down, everyone doing his own thing. Is there hope for someone like that, to turn around and start the journey of converging in mission? Yeah.
Of course, definitely. And I want to believe that even for us, we had an advantage of starting a little bit earlier, but maybe we could have started even earlier than that.
All right.
So even for us, it might sound too early for you, sooner for you, but I believe that even in our story, God just gave us that second chance, gave us that other opportunity to just get it right. so that we don't end up wasting a lot of our time and lives as a family. And He's the same God who loves us just alike, the same. So first, I'd like to say that even those who have been doing life, especially the couples, if you've been doing marriage and feeling like it's working, but maybe there's a void in you saying, could there be more? Could there be more? And maybe you're asking, so if everything I see around me that looks like success goes, what would be the thing that will still want me to cling to my spouse? What would be the thing that will make me still feel like I have a reason to stay in this marriage, to be part of this family? And you still can't find it. That's a good question. You're asking yourself, and that's where it all starts, I think. And God would like to give you a chance, just like He gave us the chance. I believe so. So it is not all wasted. Okay. In fact, you'll be surprised that through the years that you've been together, maybe 3, 4, 5, or even 20 years that you've been together, you've been doing a bit with regard to your mission. It's only that you are not intentional, because you are not clear on that. Yeah. And God would definitely like to bring clarity. Okay, into that space. So you can. My quick answer or my direct answer is yes. You can still be clear on your mission, and it will definitely begin with you as an individual, and then have another place of convergence, just like we are talking today. And let me just add something to that, Mark. And that's what we exist for as a couple. Our God gives us breath to help you as an individual, you as a couple, you as a family, to find Him, find your true identity, and know why you exist. So we can help you that. And that's why I posted there. When clients just reach out to us, send us an email, tell us that you would like to be sure on why God made you one. You could be team of your grace. Why did God make you one? He did that for a reason, okay? And we can help you do that from our own story. We can actually help you do that. Let me just put it that way. Send us an email on the link.em@gmail.com, as you can see on the screen, and we can carry on conversations.
Just to add on something, I believe that the best time for you, for me, and for us, for everyone, to do something is when we've had it. If this is the time that you're hearing about convergence in mission in marriage, God could be saying, this is the time I want you to know. So it's never late. If God wanted you to hear about it earlier, He would have allowed it. So this is the best time. If you've had it today, it's the best time that God wants you. So all is not lost. Yeah.
Awesome. Please keep the comments coming in. Just let us know where are you watching us from, and if you have any questions or comments about this story, and if you feel it's something that you can relate to, please just keep the comments coming in, and let us work this journey together. So just to ask this, what is the difference between a couple whose missions have been converged, or who are living the mission together, and a couple who are living individual fields, and fields is living for. What is the difference?
You can easily confuse conversation of profession.
All right.
So finding a common mission as couples or as a family is not to say do the same job. It's not to say do things together. Okay, that's not necessarily what you're talking about here. but mission really is touches so strongly on from what we have experienced. Mission touches so strongly on the question of why. Why? So that okay. So there could be, and again, we are blessed that we work in the same field. Okay, we even work in the same church. We do so many things together. But I'll give you an example of how it would be if that wasn't the case for us. For example, my wife was working in a bank somewhere, and I'm working in church still. Okay? Is it still possible for us to be united in mission? And the answer is yes. It is yes. Why? Because now that's not the question of how different that will be like.
Yes,
okay?
yes.
Now, two people or a couple, one working in the bank, another in church, or choose other different organizations. Okay. And I like using examples. Let me give you an example. So that's another question. So big picture, a couple where one works in the bank, another in church, meet in the evening, and they have a conversation. Okay.
Yes.
Those who are probably mission, who are not in mission together, they have no idea what this is about, what this animal is, but they are doing life together.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I would come and maybe just ask each other, so how are you? An average life. Okay. Yes. Because no one cares how your day goes. Okay. And that's a sad reality in the world out there. But an average marriage where two people care deeply for each other. It feels like the marriage is working, what we call working. They will ask each other, so honey, how was your day? Maybe someone will open up about how the day was and give each other support of whatever kind. Okay. And the day is gone. Tomorrow they go work. That's just a normal couple.
Yes.
But a couple that is clear on why they exist as individuals and why God put them together, that conversation will go deeper, seeking to be clear and to affirm the so that. So why? Okay. One, these couples should be such couples should be very aware that since they know that they're in mission, they will be very aware and pay attention to the fact that where they're working, whether it's in the bank or in church or in children's or whatever they're working, that is a mission field that God has placed them into. And it's a space where they can flourish in the individual mission, even as they flourish in their family mission. You understand? Yes. So when they come back home, the conversation will go beyond how is the day and all that. And I'm imagining they'll be talking about, so did you have any opportunity? For example, your mission is to encourage every soul that we connect. That is your mission statement as a couple. So maybe there will be a conversation to do it. So did you have any chance to encourage someone today at the bank? And then someone will share, hey, a very amazing story of how God God just prompted them to talk to this person. They did not talk to anyone else. They served maybe 100 people. But it's just this one person that God prompted them to speak to. And it turned into a story of encouragement. And they celebrate together. And imagine sitting around the dining table together, even with children. The children are asked, did you have an opportunity to encourage someone at school? Wow. And everyone is sharing how they have been in mission, where they spent the last 8 or so hours. That's how different I think it will be, because it matters to us. When you come back home, you've been in the mission field. So how has it been?
I totally like the way you answer. I think I encourage you to use more examples, because I think it's coming out very clear. So we have a comment here from Isaac Mwanzia. Thank you for your advice and historical information about your couple's life. We salute you for good work you are doing. I am watching from UAE, Dubai, Emirates. God bless you. You are the best couples I've ever met. Thank you so much. I don't know. This is so exciting. We have someone watching from UAE, Dubai, Emirates. I guess that's where that's another place, another plan, almost another planet. So thank you, Isaac Manze, for just keeping in touch. Again, keep the comments coming. Anyone who is watching, anyone who is feeling touched by the story, and anyone who has any questions regarding these stories, especially concerning a point of convergence, please just post your comments. And anyone who has questions about how to go about mission, there's an email which is down there on the information down there for queries and comments. Just send to the link.em@gmail.com. So it's so amazing that the issue of convergence, so the point of convergence goes deeper than the couple. Even as we started the show, I thought that it was just about the husband or the wife, but hearing you mention that it goes deeper into the children, that's so new to me. And I don't know if you have stories or examples of children who have done this, and how does it affect the raising of a child? How does it affect the raising of a child to be in a family which lives in mission? Do you want to say something?
You actually wanted to say something earlier. Something that Max was celebrating our friend.
Yeah, I wanted to say that Mansia comes from where I come from.
Yes. Amazing.
That's your village mate.
That's
Yeah,
good to know.
That's my village mate.
Awesome.
Yes, that's what I wanted to say. But talking about children and mission, I think one of the things that is something that really my heart beats for. Just seeing children, knowing why they exist and all that. And you see the best place for children to learn about mission and purpose is from our family unit, which most of us don't get that privilege. Yeah. So I think I wouldn't say that I have any example, but sometimes when you watch movies, you see like, for example, people say, this is what we do as a family. This is what we live for as a family. And not even movies, even when you look at, maybe like, for example, people from the West, most of them you hear them talking about their family heritage, and this is what we this one, all that. But don't have a specific example.
Yes.
But I've seen that, saying that this is a value that we have as a family, this is something that we live for, and that is what I desire to see in families. Yeah.
Awesome. Actually, you captured exactly what I wanted to hear. And we just move on to the next question that I have here.
Let me mention it. Okay. We thank God because this is good. Sometimes the challenge can be very problematic.
Yes,
this is amazing. I was saying, let me mention first and foremost that we do not have children ourselves yet. Okay, so we cannot authoritatively speak on that from a place of practice or experience, but we have a desire. Now that we are clear on the things that we feel are dear to God with regard to why He allows us to do it every day, we truly have a desire of being entrusted with lives of children, that to be able to raise them in a way that they will know that they contribute to the family. And let me say it just practically now as an example. We live in a world, this is the truth, we live in a world where as parents, we want to do everything we can within our reach for children.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And with the children, this sometimes they just think about it. This, I'm doing this for my children. I'm doing this for you. I am waking up very early to go to work for you. I am saving for you. This business I'm working hard on, it's just for you guys, so that you can have a better future. You can grow up better, and I give and all that. But sadly, we never get to say why. So that so I'm working so hard for you, so that it's just so that you have a lot of wealth to squander. Because I've worked so hard for you, but I've not been there for you to instill values that can help you manage the resources, however little it might be, that you'll be able to multiply whatever little I need from you. Or I'm just doing it for you so that you can squander it. What I've worked for so long, you can squander it in a month. And it all comes down. That is the reality out there. Okay? Yes. So the difference would be if we raise our children knowing that we are not just doing things for them, and like the series that Life in Chapter and we are doing right now, made for more. Okay? And they will be speaking, I think it's next month, yes, they'll be speaking on the shift from more volunteers to more masterpieces.
More volunteers to more masterpieces.
Yes, from volunteers to masterpieces. Okay. That's a great shift, because while we can talk about it from church perspective, but it is something that we experience even in homes. We have grown up knowing that everything is done by the parents. But how about we begin to raise children, letting them know by the way you are important and you are a masterpiece. God wanted you to be part of this family for a reason. So that they begin to know you contribute to the reason we are family. It's not, you're not just a result of us being family. You get, yes. So that a child knows that this is why we exist, and I contribute to this manner. When I am in school, I am not just going there because my dad has paid school fees.
Yes, yes.
I'm not just in a good school because we can pay that school fees. But God has resourced us as a family so that I can be in that school. So that there is someone special. I'm not that in that school because we have money. We think that we can get things really dependent on how much we have in our pockets. But it's beyond that. I think God has put that much in our pockets so that it positions us strategically for a particular mission.
Amazing. So
just before you go on, I've just remembered something. This last weekend we visited a couple in Chokimau, and the husband had took a drive with the son, and I was not there, but Eric was in that drive. I just remembered how Eric come and share and said that wow, it was really amazing. Just hearing the conversation that the father and the son had, and it was like, to me, it was more on vision and purpose, and I think that is an example that I can give. Maybe.
So the bottom line really is that children are masterpieces God has created to participate in the reason why you are family. You are not doing things for them. They are all to pay.
I totally love that, and somehow I feel like this would work so well in a family, because if I'm hearing you right, in the foundation of that, just telling a child that you also need to do something in the family, it is so easy for a child to find an identity
Mhm.
in the family. It is
Yes.
so
I like that.
it is so easy for him to be affirmed as a person and actually learn about responsibility as a person. So I think I enjoy this type of parenting, and I think it's something that could actually really help people out there to just go out there, because children, I know I've heard stories out here where children or people grown ups, they haven't even found their identities as people. So if that is instilled in a family background, then that can be so amazing. So uh, another thing is you talked about the mission in a family, and actually the convergence of mission. So I know there are families out there who don't have, let's say, the aspect of God in their mission. Maybe they try, as Musa said, many people are living for money, and actually I've heard you talk about that in your conversation right now. So how do you get those people to understand that first there is a mission that is made for them with God, included? Because I know I've had even friends who go to missions, but they make it a mission for themselves. So, like you say, even for the children, they find a point of focusing all their energies of mission. So, how do you move that from there to now get into a place of including God and establishing their mission in God?
You want to start us off on that?
Okay. I think when things to do with God, most of the time, it's just the decision lies with the person that needs to know God. So, what as a person I can do is just to share about God, share about God and share about mission. But when it comes to someone making a decision and choosing God, that lies with them. But I have a responsibility of creating that environment. Yeah.
I like that because this is our story, so to speak. One, we believe that, I believe particularly, and you probably have heard me say this before, man.
Yes.
And I say it with no fear of contradiction at any point, that my source is the only person that can tell me why I exist. Well, you see, the person that allows me, the person that created me, only he can tell me why he created me. Yes. Did he create me because he was bored, he didn't have something to do? He will tell me so. Did he create me because he just felt, he woke up one day and he felt, okay, that's it. He just felt so nice, he wanted to create something. He will tell me so.
Yes.
Did he create me so that I can be a friend of his and do things with him? He will tell me so. So that first and foremost is the most important thing. Okay? So I believe that no one can cut out the why we exist, the why they exist for themselves or another human being. Okay?
Yes.
Apart from their source. Okay?
Yes.
So that one, hakuna jengine. I mean, your friend, my mother who carried me 9 months in her stomach, there's no point where she had to sit down and begin to wonder, so why do I want to give back to this child? What do they need to come and do and all that?
Yes, yes.
I believe my source is God, and God had already figured that out. So your source, only your source, where you come from, that is the place where you can get to know why there. Okay, why do you exist? And I don't know who your source is. So you need to first and foremost be clear. Okay? But my source is God, and that is why then my mission as a person and our mission as a family, I draw that from my source. So mine is from God, my maker. Okay?
Awesome.
Awesome. I think we need to get one more bundle.
Okay.
So I wish to be allowed.
Okay, so it's okay. It's okay. So let me just dwell there for a few minutes, and just can you just talk to us about your journey? How different has it been with God in the picture? How different has it been in your journey and your mission with God in the picture?
Um, Having said what I just said, the truth is, there are things I've tried, even as I walk with God, there are things I've tried to do on my own, and they don't work. They just never work. And maybe, not maybe, actually, I did it because I know, I know what my source is, I know why I exist, I know that everything I need needs to be lined with the reason why He allows me to exist.
Yeah.
And anytime I do anything that is contrary to that, it will just flow. Okay?
Yeah.
So that is how I've experienced the difference between me doing things for my own sake or for the sake of. Yeah, here we go. So the times that I have done things in line with, what my source says, it might take longer, it might be frustrating, I might have seasons of discouragement and all that, but there is a sense of joy and fulfillment.
Joy and fulfillment.
Yes, I always feel like, well, there is joy and there is fulfillment. Even though it feels it feels like all these things, I find joy in Him. I am fulfilled in Him. And contentment. After those three things. There is joy, fulfillment, and contentment. Okay? And that basically for me is the difference. And if you're out there and your source is like my source, and you would like to try that kind of, I can assure you that will be the difference. The time that you want to cut out a path for yourself and walk it out, you will not necessarily be successful. And by successful, I don't mean being successful, the way you describe success. Yeah, for me, success is becoming everything that God wants you to become to the world that is blessed you into. That is success. Okay? So you will be successful rather. But at any point you do something that is out of His plan, you will not be
Amazing. Amazing. I'm just getting affirmed. These are like the people that I look up to in a way. And one of the reasons is, as you can clearly hear from their conversations, it's not just about living or just fulfilling that mission that we had during our previous times, where we just get into families and raise kids and leave a legacy behind, so that you don't, when you die, what you'll be left behind. It's so much more about that. And in every single of their conversations, this couple, I can tell you, they will keep on referring to purpose, finding purpose, finding purpose, finding purpose. And I don't know if you have shared your mission as a couple, even with the viewers here. I think if you haven't, then I would love for you to just share with them and tell them what is your mission as a family. Anyone can respond to that.
Yeah, the lighting.
Yeah, I think it's true. Most of the time we just talk about a mission, because that is where we live anyway. That is where we exist anyway. So I don't know what we'll be talking about if it's not about mission. And our mission is being models of purposeful living, at training, affirming, encouraging, and leading others to finding God and to finding their purpose and committing to living it out. Yes, that is where we exist as a family.
Amazing. Amazing. I don't know how much time we have left.
6 minutes.
We have 6 minutes. Okay. So in these 6 minutes, let me just give you some time to just go through and maybe advise anyone out there who is in that place of struggling. I know first I've heard about people who, yes, maybe they know their purpose as individuals. I think this came up in the last session. One person knows about their mission and their purpose. But now, how do you bring that into a family where they are already married, they're already in that marriage, and one person is struggling to 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 try to tell the other person to focus or understand this mission, and the other person is not getting the importance of that. So again, how do you encourage that person, or how do you tell that person to go about that situation? And after now knowing the mission of the purpose for that individual, again, how do you advise them to just convert that mission? I don't know if you've gotten my question.
I think I did it. So I'm imagining what you're saying is you're either dating or you're already married, and you're publicly on why they exist, and you desire that your spouse will also get to that stage where they're clear, so that now from there you can get a point of convergence. Mission is big. Um, I believe that it's one of the central things to life. Okay, and I don't think it's the kind of a thing that you want to force someone into. These things can only work best when someone is self-motivated. And I'm just asking myself, so how does that look like? Maybe imagining I love this guy, but he's not paying attention to something that I consider important. And I still want to get married to them. Just a moment. I wanted to dwell on that a little bit further. I love that, and they are my choice. I want to spend the rest of my life with them, but they're not paying attention to that. I don't know. I don't know how you will go about that. That is important. In my opinion, if you're still not married, you're safer. You're safer to run, but it's also dependent on what God wants you to do. Okay, listen to God, and if God wants you to run, because basically, that is a very difficult space to be. You want to find fulfillment in experiencing fruitfulness as a couple, but you can't see that being assured, and you still want to get into that relationship. I don't think that is a very easy space to be in. I don't think so. I don't think it's a very easy space to be in. If God says, this is where I want you to be, so okay, because I can't say anything that is against God. If you're already married, then maybe you've had opportunities to, hear such conversations. Okay, now you're asking yourself, hey, we started off so badly, but I think we can still redeem time, just like you were saying earlier, and you're interested to redeem time and begin to live a more fulfilled experience, a more fulfilled marriage and family. Well, pray. First, I'm imagining that you've not even started this conversation with your spouse, and they know pray about it before you even start the conversation. And pray that there will be buy-in. If there is no buy-in, now there's an aspect of patience, and always find other ways. Prayerfully, of course, don't give up on your marriage, but trust God to help you find a way to help the person see the importance of mission and help you to come into a place of that. If you're clear, both of you, and you're asking yourself, so how do we marry this mission to come up with a common one? It's a process of just conversations, okay? Real quick, I'll just tell you this. Just talk about it. Sit down, review your missions. Everyone just say why you exist. And if you have children, it's even better. Have these conversations with them, get them to listen in. Then talk about, what is the, especially when it comes to passions, values, okay, with that mission. ask us, so which ones seem to be common? And those will be triggers. And as you have further conversation, you will find a place of convergence and have a common mission and common values and involve the children so that they can also begin to own that.
Amazing. Amazing. Thank you so much for joining us in today.
Mikali has not said anything.
Yes. I'm about to get back to her.
Okay.
So I'm not saying goodbye yet, but thank you so much for joining us. I know Mikali is probably has something to add there, but also I just wanted you to also just mention about Eric has mentioned that you have platforms where people can come and find their purpose and individuals. Please just tell us briefly but more about that.
Talking to people who are just thinking about purpose and the partners are not part of it, or they would like to bring the partners on board. I think I like what Eric has said. Someone has to have interest, and someone has to believe in. And I'll say what I said earlier. Whenever God allows you to hear something, or it allows me to hear something, it's because there's a reason. And if you're listening to us and just hearing us talk about convergence in mission, I think it's because God has a reason. And you have a choice, just like I have a choice. You have a choice to act on it and ask God to lead you in that area. And maybe it's something that you'll be thinking about and your spouse is not on board. I'm sure God, if you're keen, God will teach you on how to go about that. Yeah, because we don't have certain steps. Yeah, the only step that we have is God. Because God is the one who has helped us where we are right now. God is the one who has enabled us to know our mission and get it out. And He's the one who is helping many other couples after their mission, many people. So He wants to help you and me live out our missions, because at the end of the day, He created us. He did not just create me to just be there.
Yes.
But He created me for something. So God is the one who can lead you in that area. But He will not come Himself to lead you. So that's why He creates different forums for things like this one. And so since we exist to connect people to God and to have, when you connect with God, then He helps you to discover your purpose. Then we have some forums that we have that help people to just know their purpose and create purposes and all that and missions. And so you're really looking forward and asking yourself, I don't even know how to go about this, and you want to do something about it. Then just talk to us to the link.em@gmail.com and then give you more information. Or if maybe you've not gotten the email, you may send us nothing. You can go to our Facebook page, like the page and get talk to us through the page. You can go to our YouTube channel and talk to us through those channels. So God wants you to know why you exist. But like I've said, He will not come in step. Yeah, maybe it is not even through us that you get to know your purpose, but there are opportunities out there to help you to know your purpose. So if you want to, you will. Everything that someone wants to do, if you set out your act to do something, you will do it. If you set out your act to get something, you will get it. So you get out your act to know your mission, do it. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for joining us. It's been the journey with the Omondis. Your first time host here, Max and the Omondis. Thank you so much, guys, for your participation and engagement in the comment section. I hope that you are blessed, and I hope that this story has spoken something in your life. Till next time, be safe, guys.
Amazing. Bye bye.
Heri.